Welcome to the continuing conversation with Ima Juma. And we're talking about arts, music, culture, and the whole business of making a difference in that space. So, what do you think about what Friedrich Nietzsche said here in The Twilight of the Idols? He says, without music, life would be a mistake. Yeah.
I like Friedrich.
Yeah.
He has very strong opinions about the arts and culture. Without music, life would be a mistake.
It would be totally a mistake. There would be no essence in living, is what he is actually saying.
Yeah.
Right?
I think, so I'll speak from the part of me as a musician or as a songwriter.
Please.
There are times when I would be, so somebody asked me what my inspiration for my music was. And I didn't really have a particular answer. I just said, I write from the point of what I'm feeling or what I'm going through. That's what I'll translate.
Yes.
And sometimes that happens without even knowing what I'm going through. So when I put it down and I sing it and I think, oh, that's what this is.
Right.
And I think just relating that to this, if I couldn't articulate myself, I don't think I'd be very good to society. If I couldn't articulate a problem, a thought, a chain of thinking, I wouldn't be very good to society. And I don't think any of us would, because we'd just be existing kind of.
Absolutely.
So I don't know what kind of life that would be, because there'd be no people to push agendas or to push narratives.
Right. And I think that life would be pretty meaningless, without music. What would it look like? Think about any events. Whether you're inaugurating the president, or you're a Christian and a baby, or you're getting married, and there's no music, there's no art. What would that look like? It'd be meaningless,
It would.
Yeah.
It would.
Yeah.
It would.
I think so.
I agree.
I think so.
I agree.
Or maybe graduation ceremonies.
Yeah.
It just would be meaningless.
Even the sad times need music.
Yeah.
Even the funerals
Absolutely.
need music.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah. No, we're in agreement on this one, I tell you. And here's another one that I think might mean something to you as well. He says that music expresses that which cannot be put into words, and that which cannot remain silent. And this is by Victor Hugo. What do you think about it? That's pretty profound.
I think this relates to something I think this is what we talked about. I would say that music is the easiest means in which to express, but since words are my talent, I must express clumsily in words.
Right.
A song, a 3-minute song could break down your childhood trauma that you experienced for 15 years.
Absolutely.
I think
50 years.
Or 50 years. Music has such power. I think it's I don't know how to even express what it is I'm thinking. But sometimes you just need a song to kind of put your thoughts into or figure out what it is that you're thinking. Like I said, for me, I'm not sure what's going on until I put it down and I read it or I sing it back and I'm thinking, okay, so this is what I'm feeling.
Right.
Yeah, so it kind of contextualizes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and for many people, I believe that music has become a sort of therapy or a solace, or a place they can go and figure out life through. That's why you see some people have this really strong affiliation to some musical artists like Kanye West or Jay-Z, because they speak to them. Yeah.
They absolutely do.
Yeah.
They absolutely do. They articulate the collective yearning and the collective emotion. They articulate it.
Yeah.
Not necessarily with words, but with the rhythm and the cadence and their chants and their whatever they do. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's profound. That's really good. Wow. I mean, we can go on and on with this for forever. I love these ideas, because often has it been, Ima, that people are so ignorant, and they're like, I got to put food on the table. But what kind of food is it, without music? Take away the food, I can survive for a day or two or three or even a week. Take the food away. Give me some music.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But people don't know that. They're much too concerned about daily survival that they don't even take time to listen to music.
Yeah. I think we've lost, we're kind of losing and gaining. I'm not sure what's happening.
Yeah.
But there's the way we've been cultured or socialized to think of music as something that is other.
Right.
That is a luxury, that's an alternative. And in real sense, it's not.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And I think that even the society, the way we've monetized music now, that even we don't really love musicians as we should, or respect them as we should, or support them. We just look for the 1, 2s and then use them as a cash cow.
There's that too.
Yeah, blow their personalities up, blow everything up, and milk it for all it's worth.
Yeah.
And at that level, in some respect, that even ceases to be real music. It's something other than that.
Yeah. It's become a commercial. It's been commercialized so much, it's kind of lost its authenticity.
Yeah.
And when Adele said she doesn't create music for TikTok, and she was very adamant about it, and she said, my music is for people who feel, and that's it. So if you're on TikTok, if you're on social media, whatever it is, I'm making music from an experience. I'm not making music to sell it. I'm making music because I have to communicate this thing that I need to speak about because I know people are going to relate to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's profound. And Adele is fortunate in that sense because she has the waster, if you will, to be able to say no to all the other manipulations of the musical industry.
True.
Yeah.
True. Not many people have that luxury.
Yeah. But that's powerful. Powerful stuff. Now you had a few other ones you were gonna call my attention to. Yeah.
So there is the one by Hans Christian Andersen.
Okay.
Life is like a beautiful melody. Only the lyrics are messed up.
Oh, that is well said. That is definitely well said. Yes. Go ahead, please. That one is well said.
It is.
What more can I add to that?
Okay.
Yeah.
What about music in the soul can be heard by the universe?
Yes.
By Lao Tzu.
Yes. So Lao Tzu is an Eastern philosopher that values silence as much as any other Eastern philosopher. It's really a tradition of silence. It's not too different from the Christian tradition, although in the Christian tradition we don't emphasize silence as much. Because scripture would say that the Lord is in his holy temple, for example. Let all the earth be silent before him, right? And elsewhere it says, to be still and know that I am God. This comes literally out of Psalm 46. Be still and know that I am God. So there is a sense in which you can know neither God nor the universe. And those two are not mutual. They're not mutually exclusive. You cannot know God or the universe until you enter into silence and hear the rhythm of the silence. Right?
Wow.
Yeah. So a little bit of philosophy and mysticism in there, but that's pretty profound what they're talking about.
Very.
Yeah.
Now that you've explained it, I'm just like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's powerful stuff. Powerful stuff. I mean, we can. So here's another one from Napoleon Bonaparte. I think military strategists will like this one. It says, music is what tells us that the human race is greater than we realize. Music tells us that the human race is greater than we realize. What do you think about it? Yeah. Unpack that one for me.
Well.
I'm just the listener to music. Yeah.
Music is what tells us that the human race is greater than we realize.
Yeah.
I think it goes back to what you talked about, the transcendence of music, where we can shoot for the stars, we can create dreams or think about things we'd like to do as a race through music that we don't really have the opportunity to do in our daily lives.
Yes.
So I think that's what it could be,
Yes.
what it could mean.
Yes.
And I think that's why Michael Jackson was Michael Jackson. Because he found a way, and I don't know how he did it, but he was so in touch and he was so intentional about making us see ourselves as more than what we were. And I think that's why everybody from everywhere connected to his music.
Right. Good music.
It was, yes.
Yeah, that was good music.
Yeah, and I've actually had people say that like new music doesn't connect people as much as like the older music did, because the older music was a bit more conscious and a lot more intentional. I'm not sure how true that is, because that's like a subjective topic.
Right.
But I do think music allows us to be greater, to think greater than our immediate experiences.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that. For often has it been that we think of ourselves as just this flesh and bone, just people, animals out here to fulfill the animal impulses. But music gives us an insight to that part of us that is so much deeper and so much vaster and so much broader and so much more connected with something other.
Yeah.
You're talking about the transcendent.
Yeah.
So I totally agree with that. Yeah.
It's a good quote.
I like it. I mean, we can dwell on these things because you see, people today don't know that. You know, they're just running after, you know, how to make money, especially here in Africa. You know, people are just living from day to day, seeking to survive, and nobody pays attention to these things.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're a young society.
Okay.
Africa is a young society in terms of post-colonialism. So I think the shift is kind of something we're still trying to catch up on.
Right.
From culture to where we were, community, and we had this way of doing things, and then the disruption, and then the aftermath.
Absolutely.
So I think we're still playing a lot of catch up.
Yeah.
And this could be taken in a wrong context, but in the sense of we kind of trying to merge what we've known, what our ancestors have known, what our forefathers have known with what is happening now.
Right.
So I think that's where we're kind of figuring it out as we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is why I think that somebody like you is a force multiplier, because the role you play now, you know, you are at the cusp of making some really great changes, you know, beginning with the mind of the artist, how they view their art, and providing the representation, the advocacy, the support, the help, to help cultivate and build up this thing that we all need as the human family, I think. I think that what you do is actually divine, really. You know.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think you do a good work.
Thank you.
You do a great service, undoubtedly. Yeah.